Always a great day. If you just do what you're supposed to do, get in there, do your business, make sure nobody should stop you from smiling. I hope y'all understand that. I hope wherever you at, y'all having a blessed day. I hope y'all thanking the man up above. I hope y'all praising yourselves for getting up every day too, as well, because you make it happen. You pray to God, but you got to get up and do the work every day. So understand that. But we're about to do a real session, real talk with Jayson Dixon, featuring my man, the guy 720. So just give me a minute. We're about to get started, and then I'm going to let us go live.
Broadcasting live from Nevada Wellness Center, the only 100% black-owned premium cannabis dispensary in Nevada, the Capillon Suite on the second floor. You are tuned into NWCLV.FM, and this is Real Talk with Jayson Dixon, featuring the God 720. Jay, take it away.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I know I've been gone for a minute, but we've been super busy, but I'm glad that I'm coming back today with my guest, man. I met this guy. He's real phenomenal. As y'all can see on the table, he wrote some outstanding books. I joke about them because they are thick, but they have hella knowledge. I got my man, the God 720, in the building. How you doing, my man?
What's
We're going to
good?
be out of there and out of there. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Okay, what's good with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man? My name's the God 720 here in Las Vegas, you know. MC as well. Check me out on all platforms. Just Google the name. Everything will show up. You go to Amazon and search the name. Everything will show up, you know. So yeah, that's
right, my man. So tell them who you like. I know you. You're Arthur. You're a rap god. Is you, man? You go hard, bro. You engineer. You produce. Like you do everything under the sun. So I just want people to know, coming from your point of view, like you got on this journey. You do music, but the fact that the books that you wrote, how you got on this biblical history, and how did the two go hand in hand, man? How did you get from, I'm this artist, but I want to know more?
Well, it was interesting you asked it that way because they are intertwined. All my albums, and I don't even think I told you this, all my albums are actually soundtracks to my books.
Oh, wow. No, you didn't.
So I didn't tell you that.
I'm learning stuff
part.
every day.
Right. So they are synced together, but they do stand alone.
Okay.
You dig? And I was in El Paso, Texas. I was pimping real hard. I was going through a lot of things, and I had to get out the game because I understood that game wasn't sufficient. You understand?
Right.
So when I studied it, you know, a lot of the prior pimps, they had cashed out with a book. That's where you see Iceberg Slim's book from and things of that nature. They cashed out with a book.
Him.
Right, so I knew the science, and I read Iceberg Slim book, and he didn't put as much game in his book like I could put game in mine, because I actually made dishes out of herbs and oils for my girls. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And those ingredients are in my first book called The Black Man's Bible. You dig what I'm saying? So,
first of all, let me say this before you go that far.
Go ahead.
Let's tell the viewers how many books you have, because I was, oh man, I was wild.
Yeah.
And the prices of the books and the schools that are using them, that really wows me.
Yeah. I've written 10 books. The last 2 books that I wrote were actually just put out this summer. And matter of fact, they're not even fully published until the 29th of this month, September 29th. Okay. That was in the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
The Alchemy of Women. That means he knows.
Yeah. The Alchemy of Women. So everything is in that book, from the definitions of girls' names to psychological syndromes to ailments, cancers are described in the book. A mass amount of things, bro. Okay. Mass amount of things are in the book. I even got, you know, the origins of Barbie and Betty Boop up in there.
Oh, wow.
Because it's the alchemy of women. So when I say alchemy, I understand that women have access to the other world. Okay. Not the underworld, the other world.
Okay.
And what the other world is where Leprechaun is at. That's where cartoon characters have life at.
Okay.
And they understand that zone. That's why they're able to make moves inside the internet that males don't thoroughly comprehend what's going on with their telepathy skills and their psychic capabilities. Right. So all of that is described inside the book.
So coming from where you're coming from with the book, your music, like you said, is a soundtrack. So how do you balance both? Because like you told me, you don't really perform a lot. You basically put your music out there, but your books is your main focus because you've changed. What made you switch the mindset of, hey, I need to get into another area, but I need to understand it before? Was it a time where you said, I got to understand it before I can put it out? Or was it something that just kind of came and you was like, as I'm learning it, I need to put it out?
Well, our time period, we don't come from a time period of mimicking another MC.
Right.
And there's been at least about a good 10, 20 years of niggas copping off another MC.
Right.
Everything done got goofy. Everything done got auto-tune. And I ain't no goofy-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I pay bills. I maintain my children. I maintain my existence. And in order to do that, you have to have a stern mentality.
Right.
In order to handle
Exactly.
business
You're
and
right.
be able to sit at the table with executives and officers, you have to have a stern mentality.
Right.
You have to have an investigative mind frame. So I have those things, and I decided to maintain those things instead of trying to be like another nigga. I
Right.
don't wear no skinny jeans. I don't dye my hair. I don't, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna to take a bunch of ecstasy and eat a bitch pussy all motherfucking night.
Hold on,
But, that's what I'm saying. Excuse me.
We
Didn't
real,
mean
but-
to,
we
didn't
real,
mean to
but
get
we just not
vulgar.
following
You know what
that.
I'm saying? Didn't mean to get
Right.
vulgar. Excuse my French, as they put
No
it.
problem.
The medieval, you
Right.
dig? So, but that's just what's been promoted over the last 10, 20 years.
Right.
And I stayed away from that for
Okay.
a specific reason. Because I wanted seriousness to be taken when you approach my
put it out,
artwork. It's just like when you walk through a museum. You have to take the Picasso seriously. That's why there's a velvet rope in front of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
So, right. So, yeah, that's...
And people don't understand that. I talk about it all the time. Artists, not even just artists, businessmen, they don't understand that, yes, we live in a different realm right now, but we still play by some of the old rules.
Right.
And if they may it's a difference between entertaining and really wanting to work with you.
Right.
A lot of people are out here just trying to get the entertainment of sitting at a table with the A&R.
Right.
Or sitting at the table with a businessman, where they looking at him like, oh, that's entertaining because it's funny, or that's entertaining because he's goofy. And then look at what he's wearing, like that's the mold we want to put him in. But even with me, I told you, we talked, you saw the people who introduced you. Like I sit down with people who really are doing real things.
Right.
And making real moves. So when I get in this goofy lane, I'm looked at sideways.
Right.
So how do you handle that? Because I know you're just like me.
Well, look at it. Let's look at it. What happened to all those goofy rappers?
They gone.
You don't hear none of them, and they are still in the whole podcast industry and hip hop industry right now is balanced on who? Rappers from our
All the
time period.
Yep. The ones that are actually succeeding.
You don't hear none of them clown ass niggas. They gone because you're not serious, and I don't have to take you serious. I've used you and abused you. How I
got my money out of you.
Right, got my money out of you, and now you're discarded. You couldn't do that with the thorough ones, and even if you and with the thorough ones, you're still able to make more money right now.
Right.
50 Cent just sold out.
Right.
Ice-T just sold out.
Ice-T too.
LL Cool J just sold out. What is we talking about? These niggas ain't laid an album in 10, 15 years.
We loving their old music. You're right.
Right. But it's the masculinity in the voice. It's the presentation. It's the seriousness that's desired. Why is that desired? Because the majority of the audience don't have fathers. So the absence of the father has now become a medical condition.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So now that and that's why I always salute the West Coast rappers, Ice-T, Snoop, Cube, and all of them, because they don't got violations of wives embarrassing them. They maintain their children. You don't see these niggas up in court with the bullshit.
Well, they just keep it private.
Right.
We come from a private realm.
Right.
Where this new realm, everything is about. I tell everybody, even with PR, right? I talk about this all the time, and people think I'm so crazy, but I'm like, I don't care who talks about me. I don't care who goes up on social media and say what they say, because good publicity, bad publicity, it's all publicity.
Right.
It does not know. It doesn't care. At the end of the day, we're here to say this new generation, they're used to being able to say what they want. That's the problem with them, right? So in all your books and all your writing, from what I've been seeing, even what I read the other day while I was sitting down there with you while you were talking, like I think some of this history that you're bringing back to us, it will show them that, hey, you guys are living in a world that doesn't really exist right now.
Yeah, it's a chin check. And the reason why it's a chin check is because we've gotten too disrespectful. We have forgotten what common courtesy is.
Right.
Your road rage is unnecessary. You know, for us not to be educated on medical principles where we know what a vaccine is, if it's good for us or if it's bad for us,
right,
is not, you know, that's not healthy. We all, this is actually the first generation or the first time period in human existence where we're not educated on the prior.
Hey, say that again.
Okay?
That's true.
Alexander the Great was able to take on the planet at 25, 28 because he was educated on Greece. He was educated on ancient Egypt. He probably went through rituals that aged him and aged his intellect because he was more attached directly to the earth.
And I think in this time and age, in this Gen Z, though, they don't respect the elders where we sat down, and I'm key, a component of that. I stayed with my granddad. Not live with him, but wherever he went, I went. I wasn't that little kid that was really outside playing kickball. I was playing like basketball, playing with my friends every once in a while. But if my granddad said, come on, I was with him. So I saw a lot of their habits. And I think, do you think that because of most of the things that you write in your books and the things that you talk about, I think that that's where we're missing in this generation, like you said. They're not, so do you agree that they're not really, the disrespect is really there?
Right. The thing, what you're leaning on is farm intelligence.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? We've been separated from the farm. You ain't never seen your granddad lop off a pig's head. You didn't watch your grandma chase around a headless chicken running around. You see what I'm saying?
To make sure you ate every day.
Right. You didn't see the dogs give birth and things like that. You didn't see the courting system in between the roosters and the hens. You see what I'm saying? That people don't even know that wearing a three-piece suit or like wearing an ascot form of tie actually comes from the puffiness of the rooster.
Yeah. And
because the rooster used to walk around his hens like 4 times an hour like this. I'm the nigga up in here, bitch, shut your mouth up in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we get the whole clucking like hens term from when women are sitting around gossiping amongst each other. You see what I'm saying? That's where we get that terminology from. So the farm intelligence alone is so important, bro, when it comes to how humans perceive existence and also how we treat each other. That with it being gone, we've fallen into a high level of ignorance. And then we're giving birth to the malnutrition gangster.
Right.
Okay, we got 80-pound weighing niggas out here running around with AKs, shooting each other up, you know, with the intention to go to jail. And I remember when I was hitting licks when I was young, I was in juvenile before high school was out. You dig? So when I saw the system, I was like, man, y'all niggas up here with nothing but niggas. I already had the baddest broad up in the school. I'm not gonna do it. B, I saw the Mexicans drawing the hands on the paper. You know the Catholic symbols. They drawing the hands and the roses on the paper. My mamacita, I sent it. No, nigga, I'm finna go get my mamacita. Right when I get up out of here, I'm finna beat it up. You know what I'm saying?
I tell people all the time, y'all don't even understand. Like, I look at, like what you said, a lot of what we talked about the other night kind of just fell into, I think we had great conversations with the three of us because we were on a path that said, hey, basically, generally what you write in your books for is that the lack of education that we have now is leading us down this road that the kids don't even understand the hell they're walking into. Right. Because they don't understand where it all came from. They just understand that now we've been given this freeway. The internet gave us this open freeway. So I talk about it all the time when I'm on TikTok. Like, I ain't never seen so many counselors in my life. I ain't never seen
and to go down that route, the Black Man's Bible, my first book, is specifically designed as a shortcut to not go to jail. To understand that there's more in existence that you need to be paying attention to that'll make you more comfortable in existence. See, that's the thing. We're not comfortable on the outside, so we feel as if we need to go get locked up on the inside. That's why they call it that. We're not comfortable out here. We don't got enough achievements underneath our belt to feel included with society.
But society's designed to make us feel that way, right? It's designed to make us feel that way.
Maybe at one time. I have to agree because of the slavery history and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm not even talking about slavery. Let's talk about just past slavery. it's literally, and I say this because of my research and what I had to do to get my degree, that the system is set up to make us feel as if we're not making, and just let's talk about it, be real. Even in what you wrote about women, if you didn't find this in that study, women in our society, blacks especially, we're about the money. We're about when can you provide for us. When provision means that can I make us eat? It doesn't mean we all eat well. It just means that am I providing food on this table? Am I taking care of my kids? Even if we don't have this extra money. When I say that the system is set up that way, it's because as men, we are providers, right? So we jump out and we're like, man, I'm eating, but if we still broke every weekend, then what else can I do?
The system is set up for us to do due diligence.
Yes.
You have to wolf pack.
Yes.
And that's one thing that's in the volume 2 here is the spirit of the werewolf. You have to understand what true ravaging is.
Right.
You understand, like, relentlessness. And with that relentlessness, you have to get your goal at all means, and that goes into your DNA on the caveman trait. It's a caveman trait for you to get your goal by any cost. Okay,
Right.
And it doesn't matter if you have to lie, you have to hide in the bush, you have to create the spear, you got to clock your homie upside the head. If this is a caveman trait. That is a time period that we were in.
You talked about it the other day when Verse was here, when everybody was here from Dallas. You called it a natural, what was it?
The natural law. It's natural law. And that's something that we can't get around. If you even watch plants when they grow and you give them limited light space, they will fight each other for sun rays.
Right.
You see, this is just something that we have to do in order to survive. If I throw you in the water, you're going to try to swim. Okay, and that it states that in your genetic code, you were designed to survive. You're going to fight for life. You see what I'm saying? And the wolf, the lion, they have to stick their face inside the gut and ravage the gut with blood all over their mouth, and that's how they survive. You understand? We don't have mouths.
You said that. You kept saying it, and I loved it because you kept saying it to Verse Dad, and you were like, listen, if you got a lamb, and we're 3 dudes walking down the street and we want that lamb, you either gonna fight us or you gonna die and we're gonna take the lamb.
Right, or you can walk away, we'll give you a free clause, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, yeah, right.
Just leave the lamb. And I've always been taught that it's a natural, we just automatically have a natural urge to, you're either gonna be dominant or you're gonna be soft. It's just naturally what it is. And even this doesn't mean that the soft at one point can't be dominant at another. It just means whatever position you're in. That's why we have so many guys. I get on this all the time, and we talked about it. I get on this all the time. I'm a loner. I know how to be by myself.
Right.
I got friends and the business partners I'm around. We love being in each other's company, but when we're in each other's company, we're making moves.
Right.
Right? And we're doing things. But when we're not in each other's company, we ain't sitting around like, oh, bro, come over and hang out at the house with us. We're not thinking about that. We like, bro, I'm doing this over here. You do your stuff over here. We gonna get back together. But what I've been seeing, and I talk about it a lot from my brothers and my friends, I'll go over their house and there's like 8 or 9 niggas over there.
No.
Because they're not comfortable not running in a pack.
Right.
Like you said.
Right.
Right?
And I mean, that's what you said right there is similar with the studio and how music started changing. Once I started going to niggas' studios and I see y'all got the PlayStation 5 and the TV set up. Y'all niggas got couches up in here. Oh, y'all ain't about no business. This is the kicking spot. You know, the trap, which in Illinois and Chicago, we used to call it the tip. The tip was not a kicking spot, my nigga. You used to walk into it and 2 hands would come out the screen net and open up the hand, nigga. 3 dime bags, nigga. Choose one, nigga. Hurry up, move, nigga. You hear the brakes from the police around the corner type shit. Like, what is you talking about? You know, it was never a laissez-faire environment. It was never a slack environment. We always had our militancy with us, you know, and that's part of the reason why I wrote the Alchemy on Women is because we've been chemically castrated. There's been a hardcore attempt on that through the food, you dig, and our militancy has been weakened through this clown shit, through a lot of excessive alcohol intake, a lot of party environment. And I'm not saying that to depreciate the value of the party, because I will be up in there. You dig what I'm saying? And private events, it may get Uncle Luke in the motherfucker. You understand? So, you know, for the youngins who don't know, go look up Uncle Luke. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what's been going on. There's some weird, large attack that's going on with us. as a people, regardless of race, we're all being attacked by vaccinations and all this other weird shit.
Right.
We don't know who to swing at with this shit.
At all.
And
we don't know who to talk to. That's
Right.
why I said TikTok, the internet, the lies have made so many counselors.
Yeah.
So many new, and I'm like, just because you overcame what you went through doesn't make you a coach to help somebody else overcome, because we all fight different battles, right?
Right.
We all go through different things.
Right.
So
right.
with that, we're gonna continue this. Like I said, this was a brief 30, so you can get introduced.
Oh, okay. Let me say, the Pilgrim.
But I wanted y'all to see,
The Grim Pill. Okay, y'all go to kickedoutofheaven.com. Get the books. Is over 1,000 pictures in color that verify everything that's being stated. $100. Kickedoutofheaven.com. Get it and it comes signed. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, my man, the God 720 in the building. He's gonna be back, guys. He's joining the team. We on this mission to educate business owners to change mindsets. And like y'all said, this is Real Talk with Jayson Dixon. You don't know what you're gonna get from me every other day. So let's get it. Thank you to my man Cap for coming through at nwclv.fm. Y'all already know where we at. Take us out, Cap.
Thank you for tuning in to nwclv.fm on the second floor of the only 100% black-owned dispensary in Nevada Wellness Center. And check me out. I'm the Quante Capione, a.k.a. DJ King Cobra. I'm gonna slick strike, quick hit you once, and it's over. And DJ, that's digital journalist, because I don't drop nothing. You heard, man? Off the top of your eye.
This nigga put on the Quiet Storm voice.
Hey, I love it.
Hey, bro, you're